Thank you all for being here. Really excited to tell you a little bit about how the preseason's gone so far. Obviously, we're a lot of new faces. We've got 16 new players, 12 returning. So we've got a lot of teaching to do, but the girls have worked really hard, doing a fantastic job of applying all of the things that we're doing. We're getting better each and every single day. So the application, effort, intensity that they've brought each and every single day has been fantastic. So really excited to have you guys here and answer any questions that you guys may have.
All right, Ben, start with you.
Coach, first year walking into a situation coming off an NCAA tournament. How nice is that of a situation to walk into, I guess, for you?
Yeah, I think obviously a great situation to walk into. The best part of it was the intensity that the girls brought to training each and every single day, and the commitment to hard work and improving every time we set foot on the field. But the other part of it, the beauty was that, you know, they were hungry to go even better this time around, both in terms of the NCAA tournament, but the big thing in talking to the girls when the new staff arrived was, even though we made the NCAA tournament, we didn't make the SEC tournament, you know, so really trying to go one better in terms of league play, but also national play as well. So it was great.
Tyler?
Coach, a lot of sophomores on this team. What are you looking for out of them, you know, making the jump from year one to year two?
That's a great question, and something we've talked to that. We've done individual class meetings, and obviously the sophomores bring a lot of experience from last year. A lot of players that played significant minutes and a significant role in the success of that team. With it being a lot of freshmen, that sophomore class has got to really have a lot of leadership. And the other thing, it's always hard as a sophomore coming in because now people know who you are. You know, when you're a freshman, a lot of times you're a surprise package. But now the Miranda Carrascos, the Zakira McGillivaries, that everybody knows who they are now, you know. So how they handle that increased expectation and that increased exposure is going to be a big part of our success.
Michaela and Haley, obviously you guys are one of just a couple of seniors on the team. What's that dynamic like with having such a young roster?
It's definitely different. It's hard to be leaders when there's four of us. And so that's what James was talking about, is like our sophomore class is going to have to step up. Our freshman class is going to have to step up. We're trying to implement core values on our team and just kind of pass it down. Like, I've been here for 4 years, she's been here for 3, and so we're 2. But we're trying to show just like what you have to do to be a good leader and hopefully fill in these gaps, and so then what we can't cover, the younger girls can.
I think just like teaching, I guess, the younger girls what it takes to be a leader and kind of like showing by, like, leading by example. We have captains on our team, but everybody on our team plays a huge role. It's not just specifically them, and like being a senior on the team, you have to be a leader on the team. So.
As players, like, what is your main goal for the season?
AK, we'll start on your end and work this way.
I think our main goal is to make the SEC tournament because it's not something that we've done in a really long time. And so like a smaller goal to get there would be just getting better every day, and I think we're accomplishing that.
I would say make the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament. I mean, last year we got a little bit of what it takes, like a little bit of taste of making a tournament like that. So I think our goal should be making both this year and making it as fun as we possibly can.
Just to go off that too, I mean, our goal as a whole, staff and player-wise, is just make it to a tournament. We're building off of the foundation we laid last year. And so all of the people who did go to the NCAA tournament, we want to find ourselves back there again and then get farther than the first round. But the SEC, like, none of us have ever done that. And so that would not even be a big honor on us, just a stamp on Mississippi State. So.
Coach, obviously you had a lot of offensive success at Auburn during your time there. What goes into maybe bringing that to Mississippi State and sort of improving that offensive output?
Yeah, I think, you know, the big thing for us as a staff was to implement a certain style of play, you know, and not what happened at Auburn or anything like that, just our own style. That happened from day one. You know, in the spring season, we were lucky to have the spring to really develop the players that we could work with. And the beauty of it is that a lot of those new players trained over the summer with the returning players, and the returning players, like these ladies here, did a fantastic job of trying to educate them as best they could on kind of expectations and roles and responsibilities. So for us, value possession, that's going to be the really big thing. Don't give the ball away. I know that sounds very simple, but if you're unopposed, keep the ball and really enjoy having it. And then right now it's building, and the final piece is what we do in the final third, and we'll get to that point. And then the other piece of it is, relentless pressure when we don't have the ball, and then can we win it as high up the field as possible, which obviously means that we'll be close to the opponent's goal. So a lot of counter-attacking, a lot of combination play in the final third. So we have a lot of really creative pieces and players that have scored goals historically, whether it be the new players in their club career or players that have played collegiately and have done a really good job of getting on the scoreboard. So we're excited about different ways that we can score, I will say that.
But you played a couple exhibition games already. What did you like from your team in those games, and what do you think you can improve upon?
Yeah, we played two great opponents first and foremost. Both of those teams were well coached, well organized, and we knew that going into it. Posed different tests. So from that standpoint, one was away, one was at home, so that's always nice as well to get on the road and really get to spend some time with your team away from here. What we learned was that, we had a lot of possession in both games. One game we had 65% possession, the other game we had 64% possession. We had a great pass completion percentage. We challenged the girls to execute better in the second game. Unfortunately, that wasn't necessarily the case, but we actually created more chances, had more shots on goal, and more set pieces. So we improved. We just didn't quite take care of that final piece, and that's going to be the focus going into Thursday's game. Is we've really developed a good style and creating chances, but now we've got to finish them.
Coach, it's a little cliche, but looking at a head coaching job, what about Mississippi State stuck out to you? Why was Mississippi State the job for you?
The people, to be perfectly honest, the community here. My first game the other day on Saturday, what an unbelievable crowd. Friends, family, people, students, everybody came out to support this team. So that's a huge piece of it. And then the administration, the administration truly wants to help women's soccer, and that everything that we have asked of them, they've delivered, so from that standpoint, that was the biggest component. And then knowing the league, I know, having faced Mississippi State before at my old school, this was a place you didn't want to come against, the team you didn't want to play against, and I knew that they were hungry. So from that standpoint, everything ticked the box, and couldn't be happier to be here.
All right, anything else, guys? All right, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, appreciate y'all.